So niggas wanna know, you feel me, about that SMG, Strawberry Manor Gangstas, MGF, Manor Gangsta Family, JMSDK, Jacking Mac and Stacking, Dope Dealing and Killing. You feel me? The 666 mob, the mob itself, you feel me? A lot of niggas wanna know what's the history, give the history, you feel me? The SMG, you know, this shit been around, nigga. We got triple OGs, OG triples, you feel me? Before my time, before niggas before me, before they time. And before they time, you feel me? We embraced this blood fraction in the early 90s, late 80s type shit. So, all that Manor Crips, it ain't none of that. Ain't no Strawberry Manor against the Crips. It ain't no such thing of that, you feel me? But it's a couple niggas back then, way back then, that was trying to be different when the Crips had a era and when the Crips was popping. That's the only thing conclusion I can come up with, but it's never no nigga from the Manors on the Manors, cuz, nigga, that's not a thing, you feel me? That's not a thing. It wasn't no Asians in the hood back then. It wasn't none of that. And the Black Crip being from the Manors, it wasn't really a thing, nigga. It wasn't, you feel me? The Manors is a blood neighborhood, period. That's how it always been, that's how it always will, before and after my time. That's just what it is. That's just what it is, period, nigga, you feel me? Just like the Heights, Del Paso Heights, a blood neighborhood, but smack dead in the middle of it, North Gallas, they got Crips over there, and they funk with a certain block that we don't get along with, and, you know, niggas cool, but it wasn't like niggas was all like that, you feel me? They had their own shit, we had our own shit going. The Manors fucked with the Manors. This wasn't this new shit. Niggas got cliques and niggas fuck with everybody. It wasn't that. It was like that in the Sac, period. A lot of neighborhoods fuck with they self. That's what it was. Like, niggas had alliances over time and shit like that, but most hoods fucked with their own hoods. The Manors was the mob, M-O-B, 1B. That's anywhere throughout California. Like, if a nigga say mob, you gonna think he a Pyro. You gonna think he a blood affiliate, part of blood fractions outside the Bay Area. You say mob, that affiliates you with Damus, period. And that's just how it is. So all this Crip stuff is, I don't know where it come from. Like, it's no explanation that I can come up with to say the Crips and shit like that. You never heard niggas say they funkin' with some Manor niggas and they was Crips. Yeah, that don't even make sense. Cause if niggas go to the county, you feel me, niggas gotta be with the Crips, and that take you away from the car of the Strawberry Manor Gangstas, Bloods, you feel me? And anywhere in the penitentiary, you with Northern Crips, so that take you out the fraction of any type of Manor shit, any type of neighborhood you claim, cause you under a Crip alliance with other Crips from Northern California, and that's just what it is. And that's a fact. And I ain't never been nowhere and met a nigga that said, I'm not against a Crip, I'm not a Crip, none of that shit. You feel me? And that ain't bashing nobody. Like, everybody got their influences and what they was and where they come from or who they looked up to be a Crip, but they come from here. It's just rare, bro. It just ain't a thing in the Manors. Like I said, it's the SMG, SMGB, MGF, nigga, and all that type of shit. Manor Gangsta Family, Strawberry Manor Gangsta Bloods. This shit go way back before my time. I was born in the 90s. This shit 80s, 70s. Nigga, it's houses in the Manors that's so old, 50 years old, and shit like that. You know, back when the North was just the North, period. And that's just what it was. And this is way before, like, any type of Crips was even thought of, like the North Highlands Crips and all that type of shit. No disrespect to none of them, but that wasn't like a thing like that when the Bloods came about in North Sacramento. It wasn't North Highland Crips yet, to my knowledge, you feel me? It wasn't like no North Gallas shit right away. It wasn't none of that. And that's just what it was. And even though Gallas is one block smack dead in the middle of Heights, but that always was a small thing, more like a family thing, more like niggas who grew up on that block together and all that type of shit. But the Manors go way back. This is before the little clique shit came about in the Manors and all that. It wasn't none of that. It was just mob. Niggas was getting to it with Manor niggas, period. It wasn't looking, singling niggas out. This nigga, that nigga, this nigga. It's the Manors, period. We tripping with all them, or we tripping with them. It was that type of shit. And that's like simple history, man, of this hood shit, of the Manors. North Sacramento mob, Strawberry Manors, nigga. That's like the only hood standing that's actually a mob that you can say you in when you in it. I'm in the mob. You feel me? Niggas gonna know. In the North especially, you in the Manors. Like, niggas in the South and all that shit, they say mob, but there's no more G Parkway. You're not in the mob. You just saying, what's up, mob? But when we in the North, nigga, you in the mob, niggas know you in the hood, you in the Manors. That's just what it is. This shit go way back, and it ain't gonna stop after me. It just is what it is, you know? It's just history repeats itself. I just have to set the record straight. This is part one, man. Just jumping into it. You hear me, gang?